Hello everybody, it is Clouty Skies, and welcome to my presentation. Today, I'm unveiling some research I have done, and I have titled it the Wigga-Meter. Pretty much, it's a kind of a framework designed to quantify and analyze this term I came up with called the WiggerFactor, which is a metric pretty much determines the likelihood of encountering a wigger in the wild. Feel free at any point to pause and read any of the slides. I'll make a Google Drive folder with everything, including spreadsheet, slideshow, and also have a Google form in the description for you if you want to add any occupations or locations for me to independently research, and maybe I will add it to the Wigga-Meter. So, how does it work? Well, it's a 1 to 25 scale to quantify the intensity of a location's Wigger factor, which would determine the likelihood of encountering a wigger in public. So there's a maximum of 5 points with a 6-point bonus that can be given to an individual factor if it's very stereotypical or just very commonly associated. Also, I have a section for safe places. Pretty much if you want to just have a wigger free day, go to one of these locations and you should be just fine. Here's what we're measuring. The natural Wigger Appearance Likelihood, which quantifies the likelihood of encountering a wigger in public. The Wigger Employment Chance, which just quantifies the likelihood of an individual being employed within or affiliated with the specific occupation or setting. So pretty much, let's say you're at a basketball game, right? The higher the percentage, it would either be the person is working at this basketball game or they just happen to be employed. And not at the basketball game, but literally anywhere, and being there. The Bluetooth Speaker Allowance, which pretty much measures kind of the general tolerance socially and in the situation for a Bluetooth speaker to be played in or outside of whatever location or place. The free food / drink probability, pretty much if there's free food or free drink somewhere, the likelihood a wigger individual approaching or just literally spawning in, it will increase if there's free food or drinks around. And then we have a stereotype bonus. So pretty much if it just kind of fits the stereotype and commonly agreed archetypes of where a wigger would be or what they would be doing, it gets a higher bonus. And before we begin the presentation, we need to talk about what a wigger is. Pretty much, it is a white person, typically a male, who only knows about other cities in the United States based off of rap music. They got baggy jeans, sweatpants. They tried to draw Tupac themselves and put on a t-shirt, or they're wearing like a thug life, respect, haven't had my coffee so I'll shoot you in the head kind of shirt. A fake chain from Temu. I've been noticing there's kind of been an intersection of the performative male kind of subgenre of cucks, the new gen wiggers, but those are kind of more on like the hardcore slam metal kind of side of things. Most of these locations that I will be describing will include new gen wigger danger. They're either on the verge of being unemployed or just straight up unemployed, and they have really poor hygiene. If you don't have any examples of wiggers in your head when somebody says the word wigger, here are some examples. Eminem, Travis Kelce, Mark Wahlberg, Channing Tatum, Riff Raff. Just if you can't think of anybody else, just think of Riff Raff. Chet Hanks, that's Tom Hanks' son, look him up. Iggy Azalea, repping the wigger queens. Justin Bieber, anytime after 2012. And the first wigger of all time, Elvis Presley. So now that I've kind of caught you up on the background of my research and the background of wiggers, we shall get to the results. At number 5, we have the basketball courts. This is a 20 out of 25. The highest data point here is, of course, the Bluetooth Speaker Allowance, which is just very obvious. You're never really going to like a completely silent basketball court. Like at the very least, someone's playing music off their phone. The lowest data point is the employment chance, because if you are employed, you don't have as much time to go to the basketball court. Therefore, a wigger must not have a job in order to eventually make it to the NBA. Because trust me, man, he could have. Just that Achilles injury he got. At number 4, The gas station, this is a 21 out of 25. Highest data point is just the stereotypical bonus point that we got because, you know, you think of Wigger, you think of white boy freestyling outside the gas station. The lowest data point, free food. As the economy gets worse and worse, the chance for getting yourself some free food out of the little like spinny things that you should put your fingers in the next time you see, the chances of you getting one of those for free keeps going down. And number 3, we have just literally any fast food restaurant. I mean, of course, the highest data point here, it just goes to the natural appearance of Wiggers because it's almost synonymous. You're not catching, there's a weird like 60-40 split of like the Wigger being outside of a McDonald's rather than inside. Should have fixed this when I was recording this the first time, but the stereotypical bonus is at 3 points. Don't know why. Honestly, probably the Bluetooth speaker would be more appropriate. At number 2, failed rap career. Pretty much think of this one as freestyling in public, right? This has a 22 out of 25. Highest data point is, of course, just the natural Wigger appearance likelihood, because any street corner, any public park, gas station or restaurant or government building, man, like there will be some white boy with a speaker just not rhyming. Lowest data point is getting free food. Everyone's getting more stingy with their money, which means that panhandling for money or for food, your chances are dropping. Safe places. Accounting firms / tax places. You're never catching a Wigger in there. They're going to do it themselves and they're going to go to jail for 25 years. Egyptology seminars. Public libraries. Most museums, and of course we're excluding the hip hop museum inside the Bronx. You know, like a guy with Asperger's talking about trains? That's how like a Wigger is going to be talking about like 3 really popular artists that everybody already knows the facts about. Number 5, Bud's training for the Navy SEALs. This gets a 2 instead of a 1 because of the possibility of free food. And at number 1, this kind of goes synonymously with the freestyling, is White Castle. Another 22 out of 25. The top 3 results all got 22 out of 25. So honestly, all 3 of the top results from my studies could be number 1. Highest data point, of course, is just the natural appearance. 5 points. Lowest data point, free food. Again, we are not in a recession, guys. That's pretty much it. I would just like to thank you for watching. Give any feedback, comment below. Here is the actual graph of all the accumulated data that I put together, and again, this is out of 25, if you're wondering. So again, we have 3 that are 22 out of 25s, and then the lowest ones were all 1s, of course. If you have anything you would like to add, I will be adding a Google Doc form down below, and you should be able to add your own locations that you think fit the criteria. I would love some extra points for the database. That would be really great. So again, thank you for watching, and this is Clouty Skies Research Institute out.